this question and see how did you solve this. Okay. Can somebody explain it, or should I just go ahead and explain it?
So I would take example number 2. So example number 2, as you have explained, even if the tree T is structurally looking similar to the tree in S, it's not, because 2 has a descendant 0 in structure S. But how I would go about this is at each node level we can, this is similar to not only comparing the like whether the two trees are similar function. I believe that was discussed in the previous class, but we not only compare, but first we have to find the subtree T, right?
Yeah, so basically what you need to do here is that you need to check the root values. So the question says you have to do the subtree, okay? Check the subtree of another tree. So first thing you find is if the root values are same. If the root values are same, then the whole tree below it should be same. So that's the part you need to figure out if that is correct or not. If that works out, you have to basically do the iteration on that the whole tree is completely same as the tree below it. So it's more like do a def on check tree. So we have SN tree node. Let's say T0 T1. T0 T1. So you need to check that all values are same, plus you need to check the structure below is same, that is number of nodes is same, and value of each node is same. So that means if not, so what are the condition becomes? First condition is if
T0 dot value is same as
and not T1, return false, right?
Okay.
If T1 and not T0, return false, right? So basically saying either T is there, T0 is there, T1 is not there, so basically return false. So then we say this is one, if both are none, if not T0 and not T1, return true. So this is one, so both became empty. Then you say that if T0 dot val not equal to T1 dot val, return false, right? So basically you don't need to, in the actual coding in the big companies, you'll probably write all these 4 if conditions in the same line, but for here in the interview you need to make sure that you are explaining that each of the if conditions. So it's okay to be more verbose or more code than to make a mistake, okay? So do it this way. Now we did the 4 part. If everything is correct till now we need to check return check tree T0 dot left, T1 dot left, and basically check tree T1 T0 dot right, T1 dot right. So this is your check tree, okay? Now how do we, so this is a check tree. Now how do we do that? So first thing is, if we try on sub check tree on S comma T, return true. So basically the first one itself matches, right? Okay. If S not equal to none, okay. If S not equal to, okay, what is if S not equal to none? If we do need to have a empty, so we can do check tree and traverse on We need to call, so let's call a DFS. Let me do a DFS on the main part. T0, T1. Let's do this way. T1. T0, T1. This will be easier. I always like to do a separate function call here. What is the main function call? So return DFS on S comma T. Okay. If not S, return false. If S not equal to none, if S not equal to none, return basically you say DFS on T0 dot left comma T1 or DFS on T0 dot right comma T1. So this is your code. Basically you're saying that first condition is edge condition, is nothing, return false. So we set SNT. If we go to DFS, we check on either T0 and T1 is correct, return true. Either one, we say okay, get the subtree of the main tree, left tree, do on the T0 left and T1, and your T0 right and T1, and we just run the code. So this is a question here. Now Ramneek, Rahul, Chetna, questions? Venkatesh?
So we called both DFS of T0 left T1 and T0 right T1, but is there a chance that S is a subtree of T?
No, the question says that, right?
A question itself says T is smaller than S in that sense. Okay.
Or it says that find a T.
So T is assumed to be smaller than or equal to size in S. Okay.
Yes. So we are doing it kind of a brute force. We just say that check the values on each level, each node. So each node you go and check. If the first value matches, then keep on going down, otherwise return false. So this is the main part we are doing in this part. Okay.
Okay.
Questions for Ramneek, Rahul? So basically practice the questions more. Then if we saw the solution, so go ahead and just go back, try to do these questions. So practicing more is more important than solving it. So try to do more of the typing part. See, even I didn't write much of the codes here, but at least there is some comments and everything. So keep writing comments and make it more verbose. That's the main part you need to do. Okay.
Yep.